But you're not seeing him. I'm not going to post him. If it's a case where you lot see me on road together with him, cool. I'm not hiding him.
Made AI generated pictures of him with other women and sent them to me. You guys are special. Thank you for that.
Stop posting your man. I'm telling you, the more other women are going to want him.
Viral of this woman that claims she accidentally slept with her best friend's man.
Posting a boyfriend on your social media, you will cry.
The reason that they don't want her to lose weight is because then she'll become competition for them.
It's about my friend that slept with my fiance.
I've never liked you.
Just assume that if a man comes up to you at all and starts talking to you, that he wants you to sit on his face.
You guys win. I took my fiance off the feed, and I want to give a special shout out to those who made it necessary. First, the girls who called him and thought he was going to answer the phone and say, "Hey, beautiful, let's hang out." He didn't. To those of you who made AI generated pictures of him with other women and sent them to me, you guys are special. Thank you for that.
Desperate.
And then the rest of you guys who are weirdly inflamed, angered by our happiness together, that you think that he's lying about everything and you want to tell me that. Thank you. But you will still get more of this beautiful face. So stick around if you want.
Reading this morning, how am I just getting, well, I don't know when this message came through, but how am I seeing a message from someone saying, why are you hiding your man? Do you not think that we all need to see him? Why do you need to see him? I don't get it. Why do you need to see? One thing, yeah, I will never ever post this person that I'm with. I will never. If you know me from previous, my relationship was very public, and that was probably the worst thing that I've ever done in my life. Yeah, I don't usually post my relationships. I kind of keep that, to myself. But I always say, you know what, that was a blessing in disguise anyways, because if I didn't, maybe, if you know, you know. But I will never ever post, because the way you're inviting people into your, it's like I'm literally inviting you lot into my, or trolls into my life or into my love life, and I just feel like it's just not needed. I feel like there's so much like projection, there's so much hate. I feel like it just opens just a new dimension. Like, people are wicked. So no, I won't be posting him. You can enjoy seeing his hands, his neck back, probably in foot, in body crease. If you want to see him body, I'm joking, you're not seeing his body crease. But you're not seeing him. I'm not going to post him. If it's a case where you lot see me on road together with him, cool. I'm not hiding him, but that's the most that you lot will get. Enjoy his fingernails and, us doing shares together, but that's as far as it will go. Take my foolish advice and do not post your man on social media.
Stop posting your man. Stop, okay? Let me tell you something. The more you show off your man, what he do for you and stuff like that, I'm telling you, the more other women are going to want him and pursue him. I'm telling you, it's something about another woman, man.
It's going viral of this woman that claims she accidentally slept with her best friend's man. And I'm not putting up this to like make fun of this woman. This is like a learning lesson to women out there that do that to other women. Don't mess with my man. It was a song like that years ago. This is what can happen to you. This is a learning lesson. It ain't even about, it's the betrayal in it. The fact that you smiled in my face and then this what'll happen to you. This is what some women to do to y'all.
Yes, that is, especially women from the community. You messing with their man? Huh? They will look. That was done with a razor. That's some C-74. I'm from New York, Rikers Island. C-74, C-76 worked there, right? Now, what it is, the reason, and you know what they say? They say in prisons, ladies are the most vicious. Why? Because they're spiteful, And a lot of times they're jealous. We already know that. They're vicious in prisons and they're vicious on the streets. But what it is, I'll tell you why they get vicious. They trusted you. Now that's the thing. When they trust you and then you backstab someone in the back, someone you called your friend, it hurts. It really does. And it pushes you to the limit to where you'll think, okay, I'm going to disfigure this person's face to where you can't recognize them anymore. And that's what happened. That's what you saw. That was an example of it. And a funny thing, he said the perfect song. Don't mess with my man, cause I'm gonna be the one to fit it to you. That's that song. That's a full description, a full definition of that song right there. Stop playing around.
Never post a man on social media. A man you are not married to should not be on your socials. Yes, you are posting a boyfriend on your social media, you will cry. That is the beginning of your problem. Posting a man on your socials. I don't understand. It's not your husband. Why are you so excited? Why are you posting him? You want to show off? Let me tell you, the sweetest way to enjoy relationship is peaceful entrance and peaceful exits. You are entering, you are going out. Nobody is knowing that you have eaten breakfast. Nobody knows say they serve you chop. You are going out like a princess. You step into the next one, nobody knows. But the moment you have posted it in the social media like this, they'll start asking you, hey, what of that uncle? Ah, you're carrying another one. Ah, you're dating another one. Ah, even if you lost, don't post a man on social media. I'm telling you what school will not teach you.
Living with her best friend's man and then proceeded to unalive her best friend by hitting her 41 times with an axe. Yes, her name was Candy Montgomery. So Candy and her husband decided to move to a small town in Texas where church was like the center of their lives. From attending church, Candy had met her new best friend, Betty. They hit it off very well. Their children became best friends and they would spend a lot of time together. One day, Candy got super bored with her perfect suburban life and she decided that she wanted to have an affair with her best friend's husband. So one day at church, Candy ran into her best friend's husband, Alan, and she asked, like, you want to have an affair? Alan agreed instantly. He said that he was not happy in his marriage as well and he needed some excitement, so he was down to do it. So Candy and her best friend's husband literally would meet up very frequently. They would go to motels and sleep with each other and carry out that affair. They were having an affair for years. One day, the best friend's husband just decided to end the affair because it was going on for a very long time. He was no longer interested in doing it, and they just put the affair to an end. A year after they ended their affair, though, Candy's best friend found out that Candy was having an affair with her man. When Candy came over to grab a swimsuit, Betty confronted her and was like, Candy, like, were you having an affair with my husband? Candy denied it. She was not trying to admit that. She was like, no, I did not have an affair with your husband, girl. What are you talking about? Betty, the best friend, she literally pulled out all the receipts she had. She saw a bunch of love letters between Candy and her husband. Betty was pissed. Betty picked up an axe and started to attack Candy. During the attack, Candy was able to get the axe out of Betty's hand and she started to attack Betty back. She hit Betty 41 times with that axe and unalived Betty, of course. Police said that Betty's face was so unrecognizable that they thought that she had gotten shot in the face. Like, her face was completely disfigured. In court, Candy argued that, it was self-defense and that she was triggered. Betty triggered her and that, Betty attacked her first, which is the truth. Candy got off with self-defense.
Wait a minute. Tell me what you guys think. It was kind of her fault, right? She should have gotten some time. She definitely should have got some time. She caused that lady to start a crime of passion. That's what it was. The lady was tight. And then you denied it. Of course she went off. She would have been better off telling the truth. So now she goes back and disfigures the lady's face 41 times with an axe. No, at that point, 41 times is excessive. You know why that happened, right? You know why she got off? Because if that was me, I'd have been doing at least 3 years. They would have gave me they would have been lenient on me because it was self-defense, what would they have said? Excessive. But when the lady does it, smack you in the wrist. Don't hurt her hand. Don't hurt her wrist. Don't hurt her wrist. That's a woman. Messed up.
Candy upped and moved to Georgia, and she changed her name, and she's still living as a free woman to this day. Yes, it was completely wrong for Candy to one day get bored and start sleeping with her best friend's man. Like, she was so odd for that. But she was attacked first with the axe. Like, who wants to be unalived? You know what I mean? So she was defending herself, and that's just the outcome of the situation. She was able to handle the weapon better and got the weapon from Betty. But this all could have been avoided. It was no reason for you to be sleeping with anybody else's man, let alone your best friends. Like, just a lesson, and she has a little more morals now.
I get it. 41 times is excessive. That girl should have got at least 2 to 5. Straight up.
Haven't figured this out, but a lot of y'all have some of the fakest friends I have ever seen in my entire life, and y'all are just hanging around them, not having any idea how badly they want to see you fail in life. For the first time ever in my life, I probably have more woman friends than guy friends, so I get to see how women act towards and around each other from a completely different perspective than most men get to, and it's pretty shiesty, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the amount of backstabbing and talking behind each other's backs that happens in a lot of these women's friends groups. Like, women, I genuinely need you to answer this question. Do you know how much a lot of your friends talk about you behind your backs? Do you have an idea how much they're like plotting on you and stuff? I genuinely need to know. You can't be this unaware. Like, I overheard a conversation with like some of my female friends where they were just talking about each other's body counts for some reason. And most of their body counts were like something like regular, like 9, like 8, 10. One of their body counts was 23. And she's like, oh my gosh, I just feel like such a whore. Like, I feel like my body count's so high. They're like, no, your body count's fine. Your body count's fine. Mind you, she's like 22. So, and like her body count's already in the 20s, right? When she left, they're like, yo, she's a whore. Like, she's an actual skank. Like, I was like, yo, y'all just told her that body count was perfectly fine. And as soon as she leaves, y'all are calling her a whore behind her back. Y'all are fake friends. But what I've noticed is that women get the most backstabby when it comes to men. Dude, it gets crazy when it comes to men. Like, let's say there's a friend group of, like, let's just say there's 2 girls and one of them likes a specific guy at like a bar or something. And the guy at the bar goes up to the other friend. I've seen and I've heard stories of the friend who liked that guy trying to sabotage that like potential relationship by like making stuff up about the guy, or like giving the woman like terrible advice to make sure that the relationship ends, and just doing like crazy shiesty backstabby stuff like that. Like, that type of stuff happens a lot, like a ton. Like, your woman friend, you asked your woman friend for advice, or they'll give you unsolicited advice with the sole purpose of sabotaging your relationship with that man. And I'm sure, like, you just hearing this now, you're gonna start looking back and being like, this one friend always gave me the worst advice when it came to men. That's because she does not want to see you in a happy relationship. She's probably single herself. I think the worst thing that I've seen some women do to each other, and this is like kind of rare, but I've seen it happen like a pretty good amount, is they do like what I think it's called like the ugly duckling technique. Well, it'll be like a group of like 4 girls, and they'll have one girl who's just nowhere near as attractive as other girls to make the other girls look more attractive than they actually are. That's so messed up. Like, let's say the other girl's like overweight or something like that, and the girl will be like, I'm just thinking about, I think I need to get in the gym and start losing weight just for like overall health and stuff like that. The other girls will be like, no, you're perfectly fine how you are. You don't need to lose weight, just stay how you are. The reason that they don't want her to lose weight is because then she'll become competition for them. I've seen this happen with my own eyes, y'all.
It's an evil world we live in.
It gets so messed up in some of these like women friend groups, bro. It gets bad.
Yeah. That's wild. But it happens. And then they always have the grenade with them. And then, you know what's wild? A lot of guys don't understand. Some of those grenades are trying to help the girl. Like, sometimes the girl will say to the grenade before they get drunk, make sure I don't go home with anybody. And then she'll just, I've saw Grenade say it, and I know they're not lying. But as he explained, girls would be 3 or 4s, and they say, "Oh, you're a 3 or 4." Look, I say this. What he doesn't realize, most of them are lying about their body count. Right? You can have a whole friends group, either "What's up, ho? Hey, ho." Either it's like that, they whole friends, or they're lying friends, right? They all got 8 bodies. And my man right here, bro, you are stuck in the friend zone. How many girlfriends you got? Woo. Very dangerous, my boy.
Friends don't be friends. They really be frenemies. Watch them friends. It's time for me to expose y'all. It's time for me to tell about the betrayal. It's time for me to do all of that. So on this video right here that I got coming out, it's about my friend that slept with my fiance. Y'all stay tuned. If you want the whole video, click on that link. Click on this link in the bottom of this short video. Click it.
I saw this comment, the last line hit different because there have been so many instances, even up until today, a situation happened and you realize like people never like you. And they can play the game, they can wear the mask for sometimes months and years before it comes off and you realize like I had this person in my space this entire time. I'll never forget, I had a roommate when I was like, it was like 2001, 2002. And for some strange reason, y'all don't judge me, I was going through her phone log. This is back with Sprint. You could log in with the last 4 digits of like their social and their last name to like see like their call log. And I was looking for a number on there, actually to her sister. And I saw my ex-boyfriend's number all over her phone logs. They were talking at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now this was my roommate, right? So anyways, I ended up confronting her about it because this is how I found out she was having an affair with my guy. And I was like, how in the hell could she even have pulled us off? Because we lived together. Like my room is by the front door. Needless to say, we had a fight. And I'll never forget this. And this is what was the turning moment for me with people, just in general. Because we had a transparent moment. In the middle of our fight, we're like worn out in the kitchen. She on one side of the island counter, I'm on the other. And I'm like, how could you so-and-so, how could you do this? You were my best friend. Because like literally where you saw one of us, you saw the other. Like we were each other's shadows. We were always around. We partied together, ate together. We were always together. I was always with her family. We were super, super close, you know? And I remember her looking at me over the kitchen counter and she said, I've never liked you. You were never my friend. Wow. I've never liked you.
Snake.
We fought a second time. And thus, the moral of the story, that was the first time that I got locked up for fighting this girl who literally said it to me, because at the point it was the principal. And that was the first time vocally I heard someone tell me, yeah, I've been around you all of these years, but I've never liked you. When I tell you that, it hurts, you know, and boy, I've been trying to guard my heart ever since. And I haven't been successful, but let me tell you, like, it just made me look at people completely different. And that was a lesson I learned very early in life.
Yeah, that's a hard one to go through. But I gotta say this because even men go through it too. You can have someone that's supposed to be your friend, smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place, backstab. But that song was out for a reason, right? And at my age I'm at now, oh, I know. I keep my circle so small. I barely even have a circle. Seriously. Why is that? Not that you can't trust nobody, because I don't look at people like, oh yeah, you my homeboy. I never ever did, right? Because I know you can't trust people as far as you can throw them. I can't throw you like a football. I can't trust you. And it has to be that way. Because when you're that way, when things happen, you brush it right off your shoulder. Seriously, when I get in controversies with people, it's a controversy for them. For me, it's like, be gone. Hush, be gone. Seriously, you gotta have that hush, be gone.
Somebody submitted a story saying that they betrayed their best friend in the worst possible way, and now they have to face those consequences. I am back with another spooky story. The story starts with, "This feels wrong to say out loud, but I guess I should be honest." We're gonna call the person who submitted this story Avery. Avery said that at the time she was living in New Orleans with her best friend. We're gonna call her Kareen. They had been close since college, like a sister to her. And Kareen had this boyfriend. We're gonna call the boyfriend Darius. And Kareen and Darius had been together for years. Now, Avery says that she doesn't know exactly how it happened, but somewhere along the way, Darius started giving her attention. Started with compliments, lingering looks, and Avery said that at first she felt guilty, but she let it happen. Avery says that she doesn't normally get much attention from men, so the attention that Darius was giving to her, she didn't know how to reject it because it still felt good. She says before she knew it, before long, they were sneaking around. And after months of them sneaking around, neither of them said anything to Kareen. Darius then left Kareen for Avery. Now, Avery says when it happened, even though it was horrible, it was like this weight was lifted off her shoulders because she can stop hiding this thing from her best friend. She said at first she expected Kareen to scream, try to fight her, be upset, curse her out, something. But when Kareen found out, she looked at Avery with this dead calm face and said, "You'll regret this." That was it. No tears, no yelling, just that. Avery says that she felt guilty, but she moved on with her life. And at first, nothing happened. But soon, Darius started to change. The man would wake up drenched in sweat, saying that he saw Kareen by a body of water calling him. And sometimes at night, Avery says that they can both hear humming coming from outside their window. They would both hear the humming, and every single time it was creepy because it sounded exactly like Kareen. One night, Avery woke up and found Darius standing in a corner of the room, facing the wall. His voice sounded strained, and he was repeating the same thing over and over and over again. He kept repeating, "Buy you water, take me back. Buy you water, take me back." And Avery says when she tried to snap him out of it, his eyes looked glassy as if he wasn't even there. He just looked empty. This man would get random scratches on his body that he doesn't remember getting. This man started losing weight really fast. He was no longer interested in eating. And at some point, he barely spoke. And every time they would go to the doctor, nothing would come up. So at this point, Avery really puts two and two together and realizes that Kareen has something to do with this. So in desperation, she went to Kareen's house. Again, her best friend's house. She opened the door and Avery begged her to stop. She told her that Darius was sick and that he just wasn't the same anymore. Now she was incredibly worried about him. Please just stop. And at this point, Avery is so in love with Darius that she feels like she's about to lose her mind too. And Avery said that she knew she before, but in this moment, her best friend looked at her once again with that cold expression and said, "Sisters don't steal from each other. You broke the trust, and now he doesn't belong to either of us anymore. He belongs to the water." And she just closed the door. The following morning after that, Darius took off. He left everything behind. His wallet, his phone, his shoes, everything was still left in the apartment. And they found Darius later that day, waist deep in the bayou, again looking like he's in a trance, asking the water to take him back. The police pulled him out of the water and it's like he wasn't there. And Darius has been in a hospital since. And the worst part of this all to her is that Darius doesn't recognize her at all. Avery said that she moved away after that because she couldn't stand the looks that people were giving to her, knowing what she had done. And she says, honestly, I don't know what's worst. What happened to Darius or the fact that Kareen, her best friend, will never forgive her. The type of stories that y'all submit to me, unhinged. Click the plus button for more spooky stories.
You know, I believe things like this can happen because they've happened all throughout time, right? But I say this, that's why you gotta pray. Seriously, anybody out there, I say pray that, because I'll tell you this, people that do witchcraft, they know anybody that's in the spirit, anybody that prays consistently, prays without ceasing, right? Constantly in the word, they can't do anything to. She would have tried that with me, it would have bounced off. Seriously. Get that dirt off my shoulder. Praying does that.
Meet a guy and he seems like he's nice, like he just wants to be your friend. He does not want to be your friend. He does not want to be your friend. He wants you to sit on his face. And it's so true because I was scrolling on TikTok and Kevin Brown, I'll tag him because on his Instagram I follow him and his name is like Kevin White, so I'm not sure what his real last name is, but he was saying like a man that approaches you and you're a cute girl, if he asks you for your number, your Instagram, he does not want to be just friends with you. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like every male friend I've ever had has tried something with me. Like whether, you know, he was sober, whether he was drunk, maybe down the road they profess their love for you even. That's happened to me maybe 2 or 3 times. And I'm just like, God dang. I have one male friend. And even then, I know that he would totally, like, I know that he would. But I would never cross that line with him because I love him too much. Like, I know that doesn't make any sense, but he's one of the only men that really understands me, and I'm not willing to lose that. He's gonna have to break up with me. He's gonna have to, because I can't wait for the day that maybe he gets married and then I become best friends with his wife. Because I'm not losing I deserve to have one male platonic friend over, like, God damn it. Like, but other than that, every man has tried something with me. And it doesn't even matter the circumstance under which you meet a man, because even if you meet a man like at a networking event or like a tech event or something in your field, it doesn't matter. Maybe like 2 years ago, I met this guy at like a business event at South by Southwest, which is a conference here. The man, we just talked about his business, very nice, lighthearted conversation. Connect on LinkedIn. Tell me how eventually the man sends me a whole novel in LinkedIn messages describing me like I was a Disney princess. Just the way that he was describing my beauty and my aura and my personality and telling me how much he wanted to get to know me and where he would take me and all this. And I was just like, this is my LinkedIn. And you're sending me multiple paragraphs. And my friends were like, oh, that's so sweet, blah, blah, blah. Sir, I would have never expected this. All we talked about was your business. And for you to send me this whole thing, I was shocked by that. And I was just like, nobody's safe. Just assume that if a man comes up to you at all and starts talking to you, that he wants you to sit on his face. Just assume that.
Having guy friends is spooky because 9 times out of 10, if you give them the opportunity to sleep with you, they're immediately going to take it. Or if you establish the boundary and say, hey, I see you as a brother, I see you as a friend, I'm so happy that we're friends, and they still, despite you saying that you only want to be friends, they'll say, hey, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. No, there's actually nothing. You would rather ruin our friendship and make me uncomfortable because you're so horny. There's billions of people in this world, and you can find a single other person to have a crush on. Like, okay, if you have a crush on someone, that's one thing. But if you're gonna make it known to the person and now you're making them uncomfortable, that's a horrible thing to do. Oh, what about the friends to lovers trope? If you throw out something slightly flirty and that other person shuts you down and does not reciprocate in the slightest, they are not interested in you. They are not trying to have a slow burn friends to lover with you, babes. And don't you want someone who wants you back? You would really rather lose a friend, make everyone feel awkward and uncomfortable, than find someone else who's actually interested in you? Oh man, I hate it in the friend zone over here. Oh, nice guys finish last. What do you expect out of a friendship? You think that every single friendship you have with a woman is suddenly going to magically turn into a relationship? You're secretly hoping. That's not a real friendship, okay? That's you being weird and creepy. Because 9 times out of 10, if you give them the opportunity to sleep with you, they're immediately going to take.
I'm not saying nothing that creator just said is wrong, but I think there's a whole nother side of this whole guys and girls being friends conversation that doesn't get talked about a lot. In my own personal experience, and not with me, but with people I'm around, women always try to make guy friends out of the guys that they've already crossed that line with. Like sometimes it's not even sexually, it's just like you've cracked that door open. Instead of just saying in the beginning, hey, not looking for nothing serious right now, but we could definitely be cool. A lot of y'all will, y'all play the game for a little while. Y'all will crack that door open for a little while. And then if it doesn't suit you, like you feel like it's suiting you, then you reverse and you take a step back and say, hey, can we be just friends? Which puts the guy in a tough situation because it's like, okay, if I fall back because she don't want to have sex with me, now I look like a bad guy. But if I stick around knowing that I do want to take things further with her, then I'm not pleasing myself. Another side that doesn't get talked about a lot is how one-sided a lot of guy-girl friendships are. I've seen a lot of females treat their guy friends like boyfriends, just no sex. When y'all go out, that man got to be a protector. He got to pay. He got to do like, he got to fill that role of a boyfriend. Meanwhile, it sounds like complete blasphemy for a guy to ask his female friend to cook or clean for him. Forget sex, just those things right there. Now, granted, I'm not saying this is all girl and guy friendship, because me, myself, I happen to be in some very prosperous platonic friendships with women. But please go back and watch that creator's video, because she said a lot, and some of it I agree with, some of it I disagree with. I just feel like when it comes to the whole guys and girls being friends, there's a lot that doesn't get talked about from the woman's side.
Answer's coming.